In this guide, I'm going to show you how you could survive 1,000 days in 99 nights in the forest. This isn't a normal challenge because at this point the game is no longer about combat skill. Instead, it becomes a test of base engineering, automation, and entity management. If this guide does help you out, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel with all notifications on. It really does help the channel and lets us know that you want more content like this. We'd greatly appreciate it. And if at any point throughout this guide you did have any questions, just ask them down in the comment section below and we can help you out further. I'm going to be doing my best to reply to every single comment down there. I want to start by talking about why 1,000 days is just different. Enemy strength really stops scaling after day 200. But what does keep scaling is enemy volume, dropped item count, and performance strain. By day 1000, the biggest threat is not dying, it's literally your game freezing or your fire being smothered. To survive long enough, your camp must function like a self-sustaining machine. I'm going to start by talking about the triple redundancy fire system. This is mandatory. You cannot manually fuel your fire for 1,000 days. Human error will end your run. You're going to need 3 different independent fuel systems, an oil drill stack, which is going to be your primary fuel system. Essentially stack 3 or more oil drills on a single oil node, position them so that the barrels drop directly into the fire pit. No storage, no interaction, 0 downtime. This is going to be your main fuel source. On top of that, you're going to want to have a biofuel processor as a backup. Essentially, just place that biofuel processor next to the fire, and after every raid, dump bones, pelts, and meat into this because it's going to create buffer fuel in case oil drills glitch or desync. In terms of the third method, you're going to want to have a rain guard, which is going to be your environmental protection. So just have a roof above your fire, high enough not to block the oil barrels, but low enough to prevent rain from lowering your fire temperature. This is going to protect against storms, silently killing long runs. By far the number one killer of these long runs is going to be RAM exhaustion. Every single dropped item is an entity. Over 1,000 nights, thousands will accumulate. And so every 10 to 20 days, do a full sweep. Pick up every single dropped item, process it, burn it, or let it despawn. If you don't do this, your FPS will drop to 0 and the game will crash. In terms of base design, less is actually more for this. Don't build a massive fortress. That's just going to be more pieces and more calculations, which is going to give you more lag. In terms of the best long run defense, use sapling circles instead of walls. Use living trees because these living trees are going to be world-generated objects, and they're going to cause far less lag than player-built structures. This is going to be the most performance-efficient defense in the entire game. You also cannot manually manage your hunger for 1,000 days. What I would recommend doing is surrounding the fire with 8+ farm plots growing carrots only. Use a crockpot to convert those carrots into stew, and at high time multipliers, the carrots regrow almost instantly. If you've rescued the Kraken child, which of course you kind of need to at some point throughout the game, go ahead and be in water adjacent areas because they will be safer and hunger is going to drain slightly slower. So farm plot loops are going to be even easier to manage. This is going to be ideal for semi-AFK survival. The deer is really the only final threat that you have just because it ignores so many walls and it pressures the fire directly. It also forces active response even in late game. So in some versions, a lit flashlight in the ground. So in some games, a lit flashlight on the ground or stand can soft stun the deer and just keep the light cones aimed at approach paths. So essentially always maintain line of sight control. Now, if you're not playing Cyborg, you will eventually lose. Cyborg is by far the best class in the entire game. Because ammo scarcity becomes unavoidable, reload mistakes can compound over hundreds of raids, and the Cyborg's infinite recharging laser makes sustained defense possible without resupply. You're going to need to have a Cyborg, I'm just going to be honest. But surviving 1,000 days isn't really about winning fights overall, it's more so about eliminating failure points, automation, redundancy, cleanup, performance stability. That's really all you got to focus on. And if this guide did help you out, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel with all notifications on. It really does help the channel and lets us know that you want more content like this. We'd greatly appreciate it. And if at any point throughout this guide you did have any questions, just ask them down in the comment section below and we can help you out further. Have a great rest of your day though. Peace.